What's up, guys? Just trying out my Seamus look for Christmas. Yeah, let's see how's that look. Nah. Anyway, just got out of the shower, so um, I'm still sick, as you can probably tell. So if I do this, it's because I don't want to cough in your ears. So I'm really sorry about that. Lots of things happening since my video about a week ago, or a few days ago, I should say. We got a Batman vs Superman trailer, which I want to talk about. We got a Captain America Civil War trailer, that I want to talk about. There's one other movie that I want to talk about that I kind of want to go see, and it's of all things a horror movie. But let's talk about Captain America Civil War first. They Marvel, you kind of shit the bed on this one, and I'll tell you why. Um, for those who have not read the comic books, and there's a lot of people who haven't, Civil War is a long, long, long story. There's 7 issues in the main Civil War story arc, as it were, but every single Marvel comic that was running during that 7-issue period had tie-ins to this. And we're talking from Jessica Jones, which is very little known at that time and only has a small part in Civil War with Luke Cage, all the way to Wolverine and Captain America and Iron Man and all them. Every single Marvel character has something to do with Civil War in the comics. For those who don't know, in this arc, there is a new group called the New Warriors, I think they're called. Anyway, there's this new group of superheroes. And they are filming a reality show based on their work, based on the fact that they go and do, fight crime. Cough drop. Yeah, I picked up like a whole shitload of these things. Anyway, so they're fighting this group, or this bad guy named Pyro, I think, or Nitro is his name. And they're in Stamford, Connecticut fighting Nitro, and in the comic books, Nitro explodes, taking with him an entire schoolyard full of children and an entire about half a city block with it. Which leads to the whole Superhero Registration Act, saying that all superhumans who have special abilities, or who are deemed to have special abilities, have to register with the government and have to be accounted for. Okay? And on the side, you got Tony Stark, Iron Man, who is pro-government, who's like, absolutely, every one of these guys has to be registered. On the other side, of all people, you have Captain America. Sorry. And Captain America is like, no. This is a violation of your privacy. This is a violation of your First Amendment rights. Your very civil liberties are getting taken away. No, this should not happen. And this splits the whole super hierarchy, like I said, all the way from Jessica Jones all the way down to the X-Men, into a civil war between each other, because Captain America goes underground and becomes a wanted man, pretty much, a fugitive in this whole Civil War arc. They're not going that route, obviously, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because in the MCU, obviously, because of the pussification of the world and the way we can't depict this on the screen, no! We can't have supervillains blowing up schoolyards full of children on the MCU, no! I get that. I can kind of get that in this day and age. You can't have them blowing up, school children. You just can't. So, I kind of get that. What I don't get is how they're not tying this really... I think this is the direction that they're going in, because there has been some allusion to it. But the main hierarchy of this storyline is that Bucky Barnes, who is the Winter Soldier, has to basically they want him to turn himself in. Basically, Iron Man's like, this dude's gone and killed too many people. You know, I think it comes out that he killed his father, he killed JFK, blah blah blah. So Tony Stark's got some personal issues here when it comes to Bucky Barnes. Captain America's like, Bucky is my buddy. He's the one that got me to go into the military. Blah 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 blah. I say, you know, all this junk. We fought together during World War II. We brought Hitler down. Blah 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 blah. So at the same time, I think where they really kind of missed the ball is that they could have went with the whole the Registration Act with the Superhero Registration Act is not in this movie at all. And they could have done that. They could have done this, and based off of Avengers: Age of Ultron, um, they could have said, "Look, during that conflict with Ultron, an entire country got lit. Not never mind a city block and a group of school kids and everything. An entire country got lifted from the map, and got disintegrated and plunged back into a lake. An entire country. Imagine if, you know, and granted, oh, it's a small country, but it's an entire country got wiped off the map by Ultron. Thanks to, you know, superheroes fighting him. Now, I know why they really can't go this route, because it makes Stark out to be the bad guy, because Stark created Ultron, but you could spin it in a way of, Tony goes, you know what? You're right. I created this mess, and the only way to fix it is to do the Superhero Registration Act. Everybody must be held accountable for their actions, me included, so I'll be the first one to sign on the dotted line. I'm going to register myself. Here we go. And by the way, I'm going to lead S.H.I.E.L.D., or what's left of S.H.I.E.L.D., in making sure everybody's accounted for, making sure everyone's registered. Then you can have Captain America go, no, you know, we saved that country. We got everybody off that island when it was floating in the air, and we saved that country. And then you could have the whole conflict that way. But no, they're not going that route, it looks like. They're going the route of, you want to kill my best friend, or you want to detain my best friend, but yet I still see the good in him, and he's still a good person, and he could be an asset, not an enemy, blah, 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 blah. And everybody's shitting their pants over Black Panther being in this. I got news for you. If you think Black Panther is going to be the whole mystical being or whatever, I don't think that's going to be the case. Unless it turns out that Black Panther has one of the Infinity Stones. And that's another thing that we're not really seeing in this is how does the last two Infinity Stones fit into this? Because it's all building toward Infinity War. It's everything in the MCU is building toward Infinity War. Infinity War is going to be a 2-part movie. They're building towards this Infinity War. I want to know what this has to do with that. As my phone rings, let's see. Don't know who you are. Anyway, so the trailer comes out, and to me, in this trailer, it's a Captain America movie. It's not an Avengers movie, but golly, do they gotta have Iron Man, who is the center figure of the MCU, okay? But do they gotta have Iron Man steal the show like he is in this trailer? Do they gotta have Robert Downey Jr. and his character, you know, granted, compared to the Iron Man movies, the Captain America movies really have been less. The Iron Man movies have been better, okay? But the Captain America movies still hold up on their own. I could see why, if they're going to do the Civil War bit, they have to have Iron Man in the movie. There's no doubt about it. But does he have to upstage Captain America so fucking much? Oh well. That's just me. The ending scene, the trailer was good, and the ending scene of Bucky and Iron Man, or Bucky and Cap fighting Iron Man at the end, very cool. Very good fan service. Shows you that we're in for a war. Good trailer overall. I kind of want to see where they're going from this. It's not going to be like the comics, and the MCU is splitting further and further away from the comics. It's its own universe. I get it, okay? However, I am kind of curious to see where they're going with this as they build toward Infinity War. Um, Now let's get into the real crap cake, as it were. Batman versus Superman. Oof. Can you say this was a total fan service trailer? That they gave away way too much here. Way too much. I mean, if you want to watch this movie and get the plot of this movie, watch this trailer. You don't need to go plunk down $10 for this thing in March or April or whenever this thing comes out. Unless you're a fanboy like me and a comic book nerd like me and really want to go see it. The casual fan, however, if you really don't care, you just have to sit there and watch this trailer. This trailer gives away the plot of the movie. Bruce Wayne's pissed because one of his towers in Metropolis got beat up or blown up by the battle between Superman and Zod. So he tries to stop Superman and tells Superman, "Look, you're too big for your britches. You need to tone it the fuck down." Superman's like, "I'm here for humanity. You better not fuck with me. I could crush you like a damn bug." In fact, he even says it in the trailer. If I wanted it, you'd be dead already. All of a sudden, Lex Luthor, who, oh my god, Jesse Eisenberg in that wig. And why is it that every character that Jesse Eisenberg, now I will preface this by saying I like Jesse Eisenberg in the films that I've seen him in, and Now You See Me, and then now you know, The Social Network. Social Network is one of my favorite movies ever. I love that movie. The premise of that movie is so good. Jesse Eisenberg and Andrew Garfield do such a good job in that movie. It's very well done. Um, but does Eisenberg have to play the same fucking character and act with the same tone? It's I get it, we get it. Eisenberg plays the lovable nerd in every movie that he does, and the lovable prick. Okay, that makeup or not the makeup, the wig on him. My God, why couldn't we just make him bald to begin with? I know in the comics, Luthor he gets cancer because of coming into contact with kryptonite, and that's how he loses his hair. I get it. But why couldn't we go that route already? You know, why couldn't we go that route of, oh, you know, sorry. Why couldn't we go that route of he already has cancer, he's in remission now, and the only thing he's focusing on is beating Superman because without Superman, that fucking cancer rock wouldn't have came to begin with. That's the whole, you know. Maybe we'll see him bald and in the suit by the end of this movie. Maybe we'll see him look like Injustice, you know, Luthor, which I'm liking. But the ship is still out when it comes to, you know, Eisenberg and the way he plays this Luthor character. Ben Affleck, does he have to do the same face in every movie? That face, that stupid rolling the eyes, you know, becoming bug-eyed and looking at you like thing in every fucking movie he does. You know, I just, and I'm a Ben Affleck fan. That's what kills me. I agree with Kevin Smith. He could play the fucking shark in Jaws if you wanted him to. With you can remove that one look from the trailer that he gives that look, and I'd be so happy because he plays a damn good Bruce Wayne, and from the look of the Batman, he does a damn good Batman. It's just that one look that I can't stand. You know, the oh no, like, you know, maybe Superman's not all that good. I don't like it. Watch the trailer where he's first talking to Bruce Wayne. You'll see that look that I mean. I don't like it at all. He does it in every fucking movie. Oh, Joe, it's his style. Well, damn it, it's Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne doesn't do that. Anyway. Jeremy Irons in here as Alfred. I like Jeremy Irons as Alfred. I was kind of on the fence of Jeremy Irons playing Alfred, you know? When I think of Jeremy Irons, I think of Scar from The Lion King. I think of Porthos, from or Aramis, excuse me, he played Aramis, I believe, in Man in the Iron Mask, which was actually very good. I like Jeremy Irons in that movie. Um, but I like him here as Alfred of what we've heard of him so far. The Superman bit. Here's the premise of this movie. When you watch this trailer overall, Batman and Superman. Like I said, Batman has had something taken away from him by Superman. He doesn't trust the alien who could wipe out the Earth in one fell swoop if he wanted to. So they're gonna fight. And along the way, Lex fucking Luthor gets pissed about something and says, "You know what? I'm going to turn Zod's body into Doomsday." And does it. So now, when they see a bigger threat than each other, Superman and Batman have to put aside their own shit and fight Doomsday. Well, along the way, they get Wonder Woman to come in and basically tell the boys to stop fighting and act like men. And there's your fucking movie. It's crazy, man. Am I gonna go see it? Yeah. Is everybody else who's bitching about the trailer gonna go see it? Yeah. I agree with everything, that Mike Johnson from PW Insider said about this trailer. It was lame. It gave away way too much. Way too much. And is everybody that's still bitching about it like me still gonna go see it? Yes. Why? Because it's got Batman versus Superman in the title. Who wouldn't want to see that? You can have Batman versus Superman on screen in a 3-hour thumb wrestling match and there'd still be people out there saying, "Take my money." It's not going to do Star Wars numbers by any means. It's not going to pull $1 billion at the box office like Star Wars is. Oh, no. I don't think Star Wars pulls $1 billion, but I'm sure it's going to pull well over $700 million. That's my prediction. But my dark horse movie for the week, if I had to do one, is a movie called Krampus. That's a movie I'm hoping breaks $1 million at the box office, at least $1 million this year, or this weekend. Is Krampus. The fucking Christmas Devil movie is going to outdo any other movie out there for the early part of December. Krampus. I want to see Krampus. I want to see Krampus fucking people up and eating kids and shit. Think it's cool that we have a Christmas Devil movie, Fuck you, Santa ain't doing this year. You don't believe in Christmas? Well, Krampus will straighten you out. We'll send Krampus. He'll kick your ass. Krampus sounds like, your eighth, your distant grandfather or something. Grandpa Krampus. Speaking of which, I got a cramp in my leg, and it hurts. So I'm going to end this video. But, that's my thoughts on the two superhero trailers that we've gotten in the last week and a half, I think, or 2 weeks. And then there's Krampus. I really hope Krampus, gets #1 at the box office this weekend. Hashtag Krampus. If we got to get a hashtag started, hashtag Krampus. Vote for Krampus.